Hi everybody. I'm just going to check to see if this is working and going live and that the internet is working, and if you catch me live, put a comment there so that I know it is actually functioning. I'm popping on. No, it's not showing that it's coming up. I'm popping on because I have just launched a Christos Sophia Quantum Journey sound bath for this Sunday coming, and it is at 7 o'clock CET time, which is 6 o'clock in the UK, and it'll be live on Zoom. So we are going to be journeying into the Christos Sophia Magdalena energy and having an accompanying sound bath. So I'm going to put the link below for this because the energies coming in are absolutely beautiful around it. I've also opened up a Facebook group, a private, exclusive Facebook group for those of us that are going to be journeying in the sound baths, where we'll have lots more opportunities for discussion, shares, integration, questions and answers, and going a little deeper into the energies as well. So all of that now is live, which I am super happy about. And yeah, let me know how all that sounds, and I'll post the link below as well. I'm going to pull a card because somebody asked me. I had two people last time I didn't get a chance to pull a card for it, so I'm going to do that now. From last week when I did that, and one person on YouTube as well. I don't know your name though. So one is here for Nuala, and I think Sadie had asked me to pull a card, so I'm going to do that. Please let me know if this is actually working and going live, and the internet is not glitching on me. If you can see me or hear me, put a post in the comment. Today, I also just posted the second episode of the Divine Sister Circle that we did with the other ladies, 5 other beautiful ladies. Laura Eisenhower, Tara Love Perry, Anna Victoria, and Mairead Gill Martin with Jenny Abelhauer, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, as well. So absolutely beautiful, and really enjoyed that chat. We went into the astrology that's present right now and how that's relating in our lives. So it's a fun one to watch if you want to do that. And I'm going to pull those cards. So this is for Nuala. What is in your highest good? What is the message coming through for you in your highest good right here, right now? I remember Nuala, I remember Sadie, and if there was one other, Thomasina. I remember you asked for a card as well last week when I pulled them. Okay, Nuala. This one. Oh, you're getting Lady Venus today. Downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Ooh, look at this. It's beautiful. Hopefully without the light in the background. Can you see that? How gorgeous is that? Masc, Lady Venus. Of course, Lady Venus associated with love, sacred heart, which is linked into our divine purpose. And this card is around the downloads that are happening right now, the understandings landing. This also feels linked into your blueprint right now, that a lot is shifting, Nuala. And that beliefs are dissolving. The word I'm getting is dissolving. You're being asked to dissolve the beliefs that are no longer true. And that brings you more into your truth, right? And I feel like a lot of us are in that right now with these energies of June, July, August, September. So it says deep insights are coming from the heaven and the astral realms. So even in our dream time, a lot is being unwoven. And this is the decoder aspect, right? We are unweaving the stories that we have told ourselves. I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not powerful enough to have miraculous healing, right? Or I'm not XYZ, whatever it might be. Or when I am, then I will. Like this delay of creation, delay of living life to the full. There's something around that as well, like that's being unwoven. It's like nothing can stop you, only you, and only what we believe to be true. Even if it seems impossible, it's not right now. And it's like they're saying, open the mind, open and expand your consciousness. And as you expand your consciousness, allow the energies of love, Lady Venus, the Christ frequency, to move through you, work through you. You are perfect as you be. There is nothing that you need to do to receive the absolute love, right? And if there's anything left at all to forgive within yourself, anything that is a tension point. I spoke about tension points on that episode of the Divine Women's Circle, right? And these tension points are kind of like the opposites, the contrast, the duality that we can sometimes be in. So anywhere there's any tension points within you, anywhere there's like that fight, the inner battle. And again, I'm kind of coming up to this space here. Like contrasting beliefs, like a part of you believes, a part of you understands that the God force is all and everywhere around you, in every single breath. It's within you, it's outside of you. And another part of you is counter-believing that, is like, that might be for others, or I can't quite access that right now. It's like there's something around that counter-belief. And I'm navigating this in my way as well over the last while. So anywhere we're counter-believing ourselves. And this is to do also with our manifestation, right? So if there's something that we're desiring to call forth in our life right now, if there is a miracle healing that we are waiting for right now, and the energy of waiting, I'm asking that to be released as well, because everything is in the now. That's another counter belief. I need to wait, or when I'm ready, then it will, or when, the time is right. And it's kind of like all this is being deconstructed, right? The unweaving of these stories. So we are in the now, in the present, in the heart. Because love is the strongest frequency, and authenticity. Love and authenticity, which is around truth, right? That's what's in the card. What is being true to you right now? What is the most true thing for you right here, right now? What is the most aligned choice for you right here, right now? What is giving and receiving for you right here, right now? Would you be willing and open to fully receive all of God's love, all of the source right here, right now? And with that absolute love, there is beautiful healing, there is awareness, there is truth, there is expansion. That's what this feels like. Would you be willing? And if not now, when? When is the time? I've said this to you before, Nuala, because I'm hearing it in a voice, right? And the voice is saying, tell her how precious she is to me. Tell her how precious she is to me. She is like a jewel. It's like I'm being shown like sapphires and rubies and diamonds. It's like she's a jewel in my heart. And this is, I'm asking, like, can you clarify? And they're like, you know who's speaking. I do know who's speaking. This is Christ, right? This is the energy, the frequency that is Christ. It's making me yawn, right? So it's asking for energy that's being held to release. And around the jaw, the ears, the eyes, and the head, kind of down the neck and the shoulders. It's like a block of energy. That's what I'm being shown. Whoa, it's making me yawn, right? So I'm feeling that energy. That's making my eyes water, right? So this is almost like resetting the nervous system. There's an energy here. And this is around the mind in conflict with itself. Maybe about a decision that needs to be made or the next step. And whatever that next step that's going to be presented, I'm asking for the clarity and clarification and truth to come true for you. I'm definitely feeling this, right? And I'm being shown like a star above your head, right? Like almost like for me when I'm seeing that, it's not, you know, the Venus star, but it's like the Star of Bethlehem. It's like a guiding North Star, a guiding light to the love and the source within you, because you are that. Don't forget, always come back to yourself with this. I can feel that in my heart, so I'm going to invite in a Siya Waraha. Hamle Iria Kara Osuru Otokuyeshi, Ramkala Antreti Amskuru Usata Ata, Nikos Ara asu isiki atama al-imdria at-kur imliach al-akur ne-itria al-khasa li-ir na-amdoro odro ir har-im har-ur-im har-im har-ur-im There are so many aspects for you to remember as true about you. This is the family, your Venusian family coming through. For this energy and frequency is a part of your natural being state also. The sacred heart opening. Breathe and receive more and more of you through. Aya alhim ki alham luku achiarya. No kurum kariatri. They're showing me lifetimes of you connecting into these frequencies and bringing a deeper depth of love to your communities, to your life, to the earth itself. And it is connected into the crystalline Christ frequency as well. And we can see that in her sacred heart, if that focuses there. She's saying, remember, and if you are ready to work with your soul team in this way, the Christ frequency soul team, the Venusian soul family, she is waiting. This is an aspect of you, and right, you're a part of your I am. Sadie and Thomasina, I will pull you next. Sadie. No mistake, I'm pulling the Miriam right after the Lady Venus. Again, we're talking all about the heart, the sacred heart. We're talking here about the divine union frequency also, the rise of the divine feminine, Ha'akia Sachi, the connection point, the Vesica Pisces connection, Ru'unkia Tiantake Etki. And it's I know the card is showing two women, but I'm getting the androgynous here, and that came through in a quantum healing I did earlier today, a channeling session with somebody, where it was all around the divine union of the masculine and the feminine, and how we are balancing this within ourselves, Sadie. The masculine within us, the feminine within us, and bringing that into divine union. And this is almost as well, as I say that, the yin, the yang, but the dark and the light as well. So the toxic femininity, the toxic masculinity is being rewritten, right? Undone, alchemized, right? It's being acknowledged. We have to move through this, is what I am hearing. Hadim, haur, imthi. This is not new work for you, is what they're saying, right? You already know, and you have this in your soul banks where you have accomplished this in other lifetimes. And you are merely here to remember, I'm getting chills when I say this, you're merely here to remember that. And a lot of this library within you is linked into the Christ Magdalena, right? The Holy Sacred Magdalena and Christos Sophia. And as I just said earlier, that's the energy coming in for Sunday. We are going to be journeying in the quantum sound bath with this Christos frequency and Sophia frequency that is coming through. And this is what's in your card, Sadie. This is around the sacred vision as well. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So sometimes when we have been hurt, or when we are afraid of being hurt again, it is natural for us to protect ourselves. And we might not realize we are doing that. This is the deep subconscious that creates a force field of protection around the heart and the sacred heart in a way. This is what I'm seeing, okay? This feels unconscious, and it feels linked to safety and protection. And it's slight. This isn't like a heavy thing. This isn't obvious. It will not be obvious to people around you. But this is where I feel like you're being invited to go a little deeper into that aspect of the inner child. And again, I'm being shown like the divine masculine, divine feminine, and then the Christed child, right? It's like all the archetypes coming through with this. Ooh, I can feel that when I say it. Shivers all around. That aspect of you connecting into that inner child, that is maybe a little perturbed at the advanced pace of heart opening that you are undergoing right now, and expansion that is happening. Like it's feeling a little stretched. It's like I'm getting that stretched sense, right? Now this feels collective as well, and I said this has come up actually, a reference of this in a quantum journey I did today with another lady, and it was around this divine feminine, divine masculine, this inner child, this embodiment aspect. And sometimes because we've been hurt before, there's that protective withholding, and sometimes we're withholding the full capacity of absolute love that is there and available moving through us. There's a tentativeness to fully surrendering. And you know, this feels, I'm going to say, I'm being told this is me, sometimes this feels normal in a way, because what would it be like to fully like merge into that type of love? It's like, would we melt away? Would we blow up? Would it be annihilation? Like, would we even survive? It's like I can hear these thoughts, right? It's like an unconscious thing. Like, will I even exist if I merge with that fully, right? And also, can I trust it's really safe? Because I remember, and this is it, there's a very small memory thread. I remember when it was taken away, when love was taken away, when love itself was withheld from me. And that memory may be also from this life, when somebody was in the midst of something, you went seeking reassurance, love, and it wasn't there, it wasn't met in that moment. Maybe because somebody was going through something, or they weren't just able to meet you, they were going through their own things. So it's like that, but then it's also a little, like the thread goes a little further back, where actually that essence of separation first began. And I'm coming back in now, because this is the collective, the essence of the separation between the divine masculine and the divine feminine and the sacred child, where that first seeds of separation happened in our memory banks, but also the collective memory banks, because now we are here to bring it all back round again. We're completing that cycle, and you have it in your memory banks because you've done it before. You have completed it before. Perhaps before that separation happened, you remember. And because you remember, you can embody it quickly now. I say quickly because it can take lifetimes, they're saying, like so many, but you right now are ready. And right now means this lifetime. I don't know if it means literally this month or do they mean this lifetime. I'm feeling like it will be this lifetime in its completion. And as you embody it, it's to be taught, right? You will become a teacher in this. Not just by your vibrational resonance, but like a teacher. Okay, they're saying that as well. This will be part of your soul purpose, as part of the sacred purpose you've come here to show. I know it's showing two women, but imagine it as androgynous, because that's what it feels like. It's like the masculine and feminine in union. But there's also that trinity aspect in the flowers, right? If you see the flowers, okay, creating the child, there's this energy, right, coming back into our innocence as well. All right, Sadie, that was yours. Thomasina, you were the last I remember on that last card pull I said I would pull for. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm not sure if anybody is watching. I'm hoping the connection is there. I'm being told it's slow. Thomasina, for your highest good, please. Is this the card? I'm being told show 2, so I'm going to show 2. These are what have popped up. Thomasina, for you. So the first one here is Odin, psychic insight. See the truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. And that's this one. And you have hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Eileen is saying, I can see you. Oh, brilliant. You can hear me and see me. This is for Thomasina. Ayamakwa esi. This, now, I'm going to put them side by side because you're going to see a contrast. It's like dark and light, like a new dawn breaking. And remember the last card, I said there's stuff going on in the collective. Divine masculine, divine feminine. And again, like a balancing of both, right? So in a way, Thomasina, what I said for Sadie is as equally true for you right now. Okay, thank you. So I'm being brought into the third eye, and I was just told while that was happening that spiritual disillusionment is a word that came in. A clearing of spiritual disillusionment. I'm going to take a breath into that, because as we are on, we have our 3D, our bodies, matter, right? We have the matter, the physical matter. We have the emotion, the mental, and the spiritual aspects, right? But we also have then within timelines or dimensions, we've got the 3D, the 4D, astral, and 5D, and onwards, right? And we have the timelines as well in association with that. That's making me burp. Whoa, a lot of energy in this. This is a... take a breath, right? Because there's a lot of information, and it's kind of wanting us to ground as well, ground this information, because the spiritual disillusionment is like we're outside. We're seeking answers outside. And that could be through the third eye or the nervous system. And I'm getting ding, ding, ding. Okay, so the nervous systems are quite charged right now with the amount of light frequency coming in. It's electrical, right? We're electrically charged a little more than maybe we were 3 months ago. All right? And this electrical charge kind of activates the nervous system. But also because we are traversing timelines right now, we're traversing the dark, the light, we're traversing the masculine and feminine. We're integrating quite a lot. We're maneuvering through our emotions, our mind spaces. That can be activating as well. We might find ourselves a little more triggered than usual even, right? Something might happen and we're like, we're out of alignment suddenly, right? And every time that happens, it's an opportunity to come back more into more and more truth. But my goodness, is it uncomfortable? Hands up, who's been experiencing that, right? And right now, I personally am seeing it in a lot of relationships around me, right? The spiritual disillusionment aspect is when we are slightly out, and that can happen so easily, particularly right now, right? We can kind of slightly go out, and then we're kind of seeking, whoa, how do I come back in? But we're going out to come back in, we're forgetting. And the going out to come back in is a hypervigilance that can happen. It is like, okay, maybe I'm not feeling fully safe right now. And it could be with a particular person that this is happening, or a particular situation. Or even within yourself, your body, if you really ask your body, like, how are you feeling? Do you feel safe, me? And you start to soften and relax. Like, do you feel 100% safe, me, right here, right now? And you're breathing in because you just want to explore what's happening, what's the feeling, what's the truth. And that inner voice, that little me, that inner child will answer you if yes or no. If it's feeling safe, is there anything you need to know, right? If it's not, then that's your discovery point to call back in anything that's maybe seeking out. It could even be that we're checking a situation. We're checking if it's like, hey, there's a job opportunity, or hey, there's a creative opportunity, or hey, there's somebody that's in my field right now that's saying, let's co-create, or let's do something together. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's just a new friend, but we're seeking, like, we're going out going, oh, is this safe? Are they trustworthy? Will they understand me, see me, feel me the way I need to be met? Or will they backstab me? Or this feels linked into creativity, right? I don't know what I'm feeling. It's like the word I'm getting is like steal my ideas. Okay, can I trust that they will hold sacred what I am creating, what has been created? Or will they kind of backstab? There's something in this. Now, this could be an old thing I'm sensing, right? Or it could be something that you're looking into for the future. But right now, it's kind of like, come back. Come back from the past. Come back from the future into the now. You can see I'm having a reaction saying that as I breathe it in. Because the nervous system, that's my reaction when I'm in the nervous system, right? I'm feeling that outward now. It's like, oh, okay, back into presence. And I get soft, and I come right into that sacred heart, right into that womb. And it's like connecting the womb, connecting the heart. Ayatu, this is your divine union here, right? You can see I'm moving my hands like, whoa, look at that. It's like infinity. And the more and more you keep coming back in, and even I'm getting to finances as well, like we're going out for checking the finances stuff. It's like, come back in, keep coming back in. You do not need to check anything outside of you, because all of the answers are right in here and here. We don't have to use this third eye for that. Right now, in the energy that's happening now, here and here is where it's at. These are where the answers are. And as that happens, your nervous system comes right in, the breath deepens, the yoni space opens, and woof, you're even more rooted. You're even more connected into your truth, because this has got to do with your earth frequency energy as well. Because the drawing that is happening, for you, and I say drawing, it's like a pulse, right? It's like the earth is drawing you, and it's wanting you to allow that drawing, and it's a drawing down to come in more. not just through the root or the womb or the heart, but like in your whole body and nervous system. It's like saying connect your nervous system into the earth nervous system, and that'll strengthen and create resilience in a new way for you right now. I'm just checking that because I've never said this before. I've never said it this way before, and I'm checking that going, is that true? And for you, it is, most definitely for you. And I'm being told that the more you do this, there are packets of information that you have put here, not in this lifetime, not in this body, in another incarnation, maybe not even human, I don't know, maybe a soul aspect of you, right? You've put a packet of information into the earth that is ready for you to pick up right now. And that won't happen unless you are in. Okay? That particular packet, which is a code, it's a program code of information that you have put into that specific frequency of the earth. And that's why I'm getting told, draw in. And it's like a pulse, it's like pulling out anything that's not serving you in the physical. I'm seeing like any leftover inflammation, anything in the bones, in the marrow, in the cells. It also will open the throat to provide greater understanding and acceptance, self-acceptance. At an even greater level. Because there is nothing wrong with you, and there never was. So the aspect of you here coming in, with that light language, that is linked into this frequency, that put that packet of information into that grid frequency that you're going to draw upon. It is the next phase of your evolutionary development, is what she's saying. Look at the friggin' hairs. Whoa, let me disintegrate that energy. Whoa, Thomasina. And as this is happening, because it's almost like your nervous system is rewiring, readjusting in your body. It might feel a little strange. If you're vibrating and shaking, because that's happening to me right now, it's part of this readjustment. Salt water bodies will help with that. And they're telling me the information they gave them through my quantum session today is to be shared because it's linked to this aspect in the collective. Our bones are being charged. I said we are being electrically charged right now. The bones. So we are piezoelectric. That was the word I was given. I had to look it up. What does that mean? It was like the light that's coming through is like pressing us in a way, right? And creating this piezoelectric force in our bones. And this is like charging the crystal aspect that we actually have. And I had to look that up. It's true. We have this in our physical bones. This crystalline aspect. And I had this feeling of being like bone tired during the week. Anybody else felt that in the last couple of weeks? Like bone tired. Is it? And you'll kind of pass it through and you'll be fine and energetic. And then it's like, it's this aspect. You're literally being charged as well in the bones. And this crystalline restructuring is happening at that level as well. So that vibing thing, it's like they're showing me that's part of what's going on in the bones, but it's also the nervous system. Saltwater bodies are saying it again. Seaweed baths, eating seaweed. They're showing me the minerals, and I'm seeing like geometry, like chemical geometry, like iodine. Like I don't know what iodine is like on a chemical table, but they're showing me, like my science, I can't remember. That's what I'm seeing, like, you know, those little round things and lines, and that makes H2O and this makes iodine. That's what I'm seeing, like a chemical structure, and I'm seeing certain elements and minerals. Eating seaweed is important for you right now as well. You need iodine even more.
and being in the sea, working with seaweed physically, putting it in your baths, things like that, like like the seaweed gel. Being around seaweed is really important, and it's linked into this aspect of you coming through, because the vibrational frequency of that, and eating it and connecting into those parts of you with the earth is all part of that drawing. And they're showing, so much information coming in. So the iodine aspect of that is part of the poultice, the drawing. It'll purge you as well. Like if you have iodine drops, feel into this. I'm not going to give medical advice, but feel into it. Maybe you're putting it on your body. Maybe you're taking a drop in your water. There's something about working with that right now. In a sacred way, ritualistically, calling forth all the aspects of you home, all these parts of you, and all that information that you've left for yourself to get now is part of your evolutionary development and expansion. Okay, Thomasina. So that's the cards coming up there. Wow. So I have pulled for Nuala, Sadie, Thomasina. They were the three I didn't get to last week. There is one person on YouTube. You never told me your name. I don't know who you are. CCCCCAA or something was what you had written on YouTube. You asked me to pull a card. Do I have permission to do that? Yes, one last card. Any messages that I do, I always put this is for the collective. So there will always usually be a connection for everybody in any card that I pull. What you feel is true for you. And anything that isn't, just let it wash off. Okay. Before I go into the cards with this person, whom I don't know your name, but I am getting deceiver, right? The word deceiver is coming up. Now, there is a collective frequency working through the collective right now of deceiver, right? A spirit of deceivership, a spirit that is deceiving. We're clearing it in our bloodlines. We're also clearing it collectively. This is, I call it a spirit because I've kind of physically seen it. Not a pretty sight, guys. In a physical form, I've kind of encountered it. I encountered it in myself too, right? And it's not comfortable. But these are the parts of us that we are being called to kind of say hello to and to acknowledge, to see them, feel them, speak to them. And it's important we speak to all the parts of us, even the darkest, nastiest parts, even the parts we never want to admit are true. Because when we give something voice, I'm talking out loud voice with words, right? Not when we try to bypass it or avoid it. We give it power if we avoid it, right? And just pretend like love and light. And that's part of the deceiver stuff. It wants you to not see it. It wants you to make you so uncomfortable that if you sense it, you want to kind of look the other way. We're going to see it in other people around us. This energy, this spirit of deceiver. And it will not always be conscious. Sometimes it's operating in the dark depths of the unconscious. And the person that is displaying this deceiver energy doesn't even know it. And in a way, they kind of believe it's true. So for them, if you're to say that's not true, or you're lying to me right now, they will get highly on defense, right? They might even attack you. Because for them, they believe it to be true. They believe it with every ounce. They don't even realize they've been deceived. Right? And they're operating that frequency of being the deceiver and being deceived. And that's the opposites at play again. Do you remember I talked about the opposites? Well, maybe not, because I talked about it in the Divine Sister Circle, episode 2. You can catch it out on my page as well. We talked about that. But that opposites is like a big tension point right now for people. And if you're coming across it in the collective, and if you're coming across it in your relationships, right? And it might look like gaslighting, manipulation, being lied to, in general, being deceived, right? Makariaka. And who is the greatest deceiver? Right? Who is the greatest deceiver? Who is the king of lies? That's that frequency. Okay? Kiasuya maakata tiati. And that is all part of that lower timeline that I talk about, right? The matrix timeline, the interference timeline, it doesn't really matter what you call it, the oppression timeline, the enslavement timeline, the satanic timeline, it doesn't matter what you call it, that's the deceiver frequency. And it's just at play right now. And if you come across it, you have the power, right, to not allow it to interfere with you, but check with yourself. Is it there in you anywhere? Is there anywhere you're lying to yourself as well about something? Or have held a lie that you were told and believe it to be true about you? You know, you're not worthy, you're not beautiful, you're not worth anything, you're stupid, you're XYZ, whatever it might be. Particularly when you use the I am unlovable, I am XYZ. Because the I am, right? The I am is a powerful phrase. And this is something that's kind of come into my awareness recently, is a lot of people with addictions use the I am a lot, and they're told to. And I have, just with so much strength, like energy coming through me to say, stop doing that. We've reached the point where that's not going to work anymore going forward. In fact, it'll work against us. Mainly because the I am is a creation point. I am that I am. Ehiyah, Asher, Ehiyah. Right, in Hebrew. That is what Yahweh, right, God, source, creator said. And we have to be aware of that. And I am, I am still untangling my own beliefs around this as well. Right, because there's times I will have counter beliefs. I'm not powerful enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not capable enough, right? Be like, I don't have that capacity, I'm not blah, 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 good enough to do XYZ. And this is like, we catch ourselves and we're reframing and we're kind of talking to it. So to that person whom I don't know what's happening or going on, I feel it's related to relationships. Because I'm hearing whispers. And if people are talking about you behind your back, there's something going on. Sorry, I'm just feeling, and I'm listening right now because I can hear whispers. I'm listening. Right, I'm in the field, right? And the field is all around us. And this is where we receive our information. So I'm calling in what you need to know right now for your highest good. Anywhere anything has been said about you through any time, space, dimension, or reality that is not true, I revoke, rescind, delete it right here, right now. It is not going to affect you. Because this can be curse, right? It can be curse, it can be hex. Anything spoken about us in the negative, in the untruth, we can feel it even if we don't understand it. We'll feel a little pressure, we'll feel a little compressed, right? We'll feel tension. Anywhere anything's been done untoward against you in any time, space, dimension, or reality, I revoke, rescind, delete it through your permission right here, right now. The I am of the I am, Ehiyah, Asher, Ehiyah, through the Christ, source, God frequency. Let anything now be cleared from your field that is interfering, because that's an interference frequency. And the deceiver energy is all around interfering, which creates confusion. And it wants you confused. It does not want you in your clarity. Every time I click on my fingers, that's clearing that. Now, even with Thomasina, right, that like when we move ourselves out, we're tapping into that interference frequency that's in the collective as well. And then we're like, we can't get our clarity. We have to come back. Breathe yourself back in. Drop in. into the heart, and whatever it takes for you to get into that heart, do it. Right? It could be you're bringing yourself to your happy place. Is it a beach? Is it a beautiful meadow? Is it a mountaintop? Imagine yourself somewhere that is beautiful, safe and protected. Visualize yourself there. Feel yourself there. Maybe it's a memory. Maybe it's somewhere you've just created. But you'll feel a smile on your face. And allow all of your senses to activate. How the sun feels on your skin. How the breeze lifts the hairs on your arms. The smell in the air. The taste of the flowers or the trees or the scent. It's like allow everything to become alive when you're in that space. And say hello to yourself there. Hello me. Thank you me. I love you me. I am safe here. Breathe. I invite in my I am presence, my angels, my guides, but whatever is there. The Christ frequency. Source, God, Creator. And I am surrounded in a ball of light. And I expand this ball of light, this sphere of light, this Christ crystalline sphere out of all my field. And as it expands out, it is clearing all interference, all lies, all manipulations around me. Anywhere I've been backstabbed or betrayed, I'm sorry, forgive me. I invite that clearing through all time, space, dimensions, and realities, because I'm tapping into stuff here from your school days, right? That's still in your field. Would you be willing to forgive yourself and forgive anybody that ever did or said anything against you? Only you can decide that. But there's definitely something behind you in your past here, right? Where this has happened before. But expand your life out. And I'm going to get you to say this out loud, like, I choose to forgive me for anything I've held on to. Breathe. And I choose to forgive anyone who has hurt me. Because if I hold on to that, it's hurting me too. What would it like to be free of all of that hurt? Breathe. Oh, what would it like to be free of all that betrayal? Like, breathe. What would it feel like to be totally free? Where anyone has ever hurt me. Does it feel light or does it feel heavy to be free? And what would it take for you to choose to forgive yourself and to forgive anyone who has hurt you? And when I say forgive, even to people who has hurt us, it's not about letting them off the hook. It's letting you off the hook from them. And it's not that once we forgive, we let everybody back into our lives to abuse us again or repeat the same patterns. We create boundaries, but we forgive so that we are free. I'm just distinguishing that because that's come up this week as well, where people had a belief that if they forgive, then they allow the person back to repeat the same thing. That's not what forgiveness is. So breathe. What would it like to be free and to forgive myself completely for anything that I have held on to as true that's not? And forgive myself for having had to experience these terrible things, whatever they might be. Forgive myself for being betrayed. And I choose to forgive anyone who has betrayed me or hurt me right here, right now. I lovingly release and let them go. And I call all those parts back home. So the part of you that's been rejected, abandoned, abused, a part of you that's disassociated, numbed out, hiding, silenced, I call all those parts back home to you right here, right now. I invoke this through the I am presence, into the absolute love and truth of all that you be. I call you forth in love and in Christos, right? Kia Sukia, be fully protected and safe coming home into your body, into your heart, right here, right now. Now I'm saying it out loud, but only you can choose that. right? And you can say, I called me all back home. After you do all the forgiving, you call yourself back home. There's an element of you're really hard on yourself. And when people like us tend to be hard on ourselves, we tend to have standards, right? I'm going to move my nose here because it's getting itchy because this is me too, right? I tend to have expectations of me, which means I probably have expectations of others. And this is a form of judgment, right? It's not about being good or bad or right or wrong, but all that goes into judgment. But when we have this as part of our makeup, there's kind of a resistance to allowing compassion and empathy for ourselves. We can have it for others, but it's as if we deny ourselves that because we have such a high expectation or standard from ourselves. So where that might be true for you, I'm going to say I'm really sorry, I get it, I totally get it if that's true for you. But what would it be like to allow more compassion in for yourself right now? Would you be willing to allow a little more compassion in? Because it's right there, it's on the breath, right? Receive yourself. You don't have to withhold from you. Notice if it's hard to breathe. Notice if there's tension, tightness anywhere. Have compassion, because you are totally worthy of love. You are totally forgiven always. Receive it. What does it mean to receive? And the more we receive, the more we can give. We don't realize we even withhold love from us or withhold love from somebody else. It's like we love them, but we don't give them everything because maybe we don't feel safe. Maybe they're not safe to give everything to. But what if we give that everything to us first? Wow, what would that feel like? And as we give it to us, we're opening up to that vast expanse. And that was Nuala's card, right? Nuala, that came in. That was your message. Like, what would it feel like to allow all that love in? And it's here, it's now, it's within us, it's everywhere. And this is the balance of the giving, receiving, the masculine, the feminine. We can see this theme, right? You can hear me repeating all of these cards with the same theme is running through them. Because the source never withholds. It is always giving so that we here receive. Source never withholds love. God never withholds. God never withholds the answers to our prayers. But we feel like it does because some part of us is not receiving completely. I don't have this down yet 100% either, guys, right? But I understand that this is true. It feels true when I say it. So as I'm even doing this action to open my heart more, like, okay, where can I open even more to receiving? Where have I kind of shut down a little, like almost a dimmer switch? You know, we dial something down, we dial our truth, we dial our gifts, our powers, we dial the heart a little bit because we've been hurt, we dial our wombs of creation a little bit down because it's not safe to be fully in the creatives. Like, what have we dialed down? So we fit in, so we're safe. So we look like everybody else. But we're not meant to be dialed down. We're meant to be dialed on completely. Your cards were these. I haven't even showed you. This has come up again. Right? The dark, the masculine. And this is your other one, the feminine, surrender. Look at this. It looks like she's completely surrendering. But this is also the psychic card, where our energy goes out, come back in. Just like with Thomasina, it's the same message. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. And this one is awakening. Surrender. Allow the awakening to happen. It is energetic upgrades are happening right now. A new way of being. Integration. It also feels like a lot is happening in your dream time, your dream space, or even your daydream space. Now this is the pearlescent frequency associated with New Earth, Christ frequency grid systems. We'll be working with that in the quantum sound bath coming up on Sunday as well. Alright, my loves, that's everybody covered. That I did not get to cover last week, and I said I would. I can see some messages. Hold on. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Michelle. Pamela, hi. I haven't seen you in ages. And Michelle Kerrigan. Bernadette, how are you? I pulled one for you last week, Bernadette, so I'm not going to do it now. I'm trying to get through the people from that same call that I did you in. Kelly, hi, sweetheart. And Teddy, hello, how are you doing? A card, Makia Kati, and Vanessa, Adela, lovely to see you. Masukuriya kara mashariyati. I'll pull a quick one for you, Teddy, and then I'm going home offline to bed. It's late here. Ayana, Leslie, how are you doing? Teddy, this is one for you. It won't be as long as the others. Wow, same card. Okay, so the cards are repeating themselves in this, and I have shuffled them. The message is the same, because I always put the intention that anything that is said is for the collective. Teddy, your card is the same card that I pulled for Thomasina. So if you go back and listen to Thomasina's message that came through, this is the love and acceptance hope card. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Asuku ukuru unka ichia karamakale. Okay, so I'm also getting the words divine matrix coming in. Greg Braden, that's who's coming in, right? Divine Matrix, Greg Braden is coming in as well. Do you follow him? Have you listened to his work? There's something in his work that is linked to you and how you navigate as well. You'll have a soul connection there, and this is around timelines, working within the divine matrix, and I call that the universal field, the quantum field, and the divine field. And this is the steps of creation and the embodiment of timelines, traversing timelines. And it's like I'm hearing, get ready for a leap, get ready for a leap, get ready for a leap. And I am seeing like work on you, cellularly, and DNA, like a lot of work happening. And you're doing a lot of work. I think you're listening to people doing that type of work. And you're doing it yourself. And I'm hearing the words, have no fear, have hope. And that's the hope card. Because what you are seeking to accomplish is already yours and has already been accomplished. And when you work within the divine field, the divine matrix, and start to remember how you've already accomplished this, all the steps are laid out for you. Because it is an act of remembrance for you. You haven't forgotten anything. It's remembrance. And through practice you begin to remember more. As you practice, you are creating the neural memory links through the time space, and through your records that's already within you, and that's why I'm seeing the DNA. Amasakayachi. What are you struggling with? I don't know, is it something physical that you're maybe struggling with right now? Whatever it is, I keep hearing the words, it can be done, it can be done, it can be done. Any counter belief to what is there around where you're like, I don't know, can I do this? Right? And as I say that, I'm getting like the hair stand up, right? You know those counter beliefs we have? Like, we go, I don't know, can I do this? I don't know, can I do this? And anywhere I'm hearing, and this might be a subconscious belief, because another part of you has a lot of faith. Another part of you has faith and believes. And then there's this kind of an unconscious, like, I don't know, can I really do this? It's like a silent voice, right? And that runs in the background. And it's like a radio, and it can be low. And then when we kind of hit a new threshold point, or a new point of expansion, a new point of growth, a new point of creation, it kind of like the dial goes up loud and then you hear it and you're like, oh, I don't know, oh, this happened, will this work for me? It's like the doubt comes in. So anywhere there's any doubt, and that's like the radio station that's on doubt around what it is you want to do, what it is you want to accomplish, what it is you want to create. And it could be anything, right? It could be to do with anything. Like I'm seeing a broad spectrum, right? It could be relationships, it could be work, it could be creation points. It could be just you creating the life of your dream, your desires. It could be your purpose work, right? Something clearing in the throat there as well with you speaking out loud. Greg Braden. So an energy rising from the sacral, right? So an expanse in the sacral that's happening, which is your creation point center, your Hari center, where the belly button is, and the belly button connected into the divine mother field. Again, we're looking at the masculine and feminine, the point of creation. This is the Nadu Bindu point, right, into the universe of creation. I'm getting told, right, so I'm hearing like Sri Kaleshwar is coming in now, and he's an Indian saint, right? Sri Kaleshwar. So I've told you Greg Braden, and I'm telling you someone else because these are linked into your soul group, right? Sri Kaleshwar. Yeah, I'm having big reactions. And my hand is on my belly button. So if you put your hand down to your belly, to the sacral point there, the Nadu Bindu point, you have worked with this before. And oh my goodness, the hairs. Can you see my hair standing up? The Nadu Bindu point is something that you have worked before. And I'm going into the Indian tradition here. Greg Braden works with the Western aspects, but he also has a link into the Eastern aspects. When you go research him, you'll see that. You're not going to resonate with everything that Greg talks about, but there's going to be something there. But that's for you to discover, okay? Your soul will guide you where you need to go. Sri Kaleshwar is coming through because it's got to do with the womb, okay? And men have womb too, right? Womb is the frequency, not the... When I'm saying it in that way, I'm talking about the womb frequency, right? And Sri, this is from Sri Kaleshwar. I'm quoting Sri Kaleshwar when I say this. He had physical incarnations of Christ now, like he brought through Christ in the physical. I've met people who have met, I know people who have met Sri Kaleshwar and have worked with him and have seen Christ with him. He opened up timeline doorways, right? They have physically touched, not just through the eyes, like physically touched. So when he does this, when he spoke of Christ, he said he had the biggest womb chakra in the world, right? And that's the love, right? And creation. So he had the biggest heart and he had the biggest womb. And women, yes, we hold the physical womb, right? But all men come from a womb. All women have a womb, but all men come from a womb, and they have a connection to womb through the Nadu Bindu point into Mother Divine. And Sri Kaleshwar works a lot with that frequency of Mother Divine, which is creation. Ashi imi kia kata masuku. What did you want me to tell him?
What is it you want to do? Security
I'm being told, okay, so he's saying Masaka Yasaka Ishkia Katama. He is saying he's here to remember how to work with the creation codes, the womb creation codes. Ha'amusuki. Oh God. Oh, so much energy when I say this to you. Can you feel it? Oh, my whole body has gone out in goosebumps. Okay, so the womb creation codes. You have mastery of this. It's time for you to remember. The womb creation codes are linked into the 5 element system: air, earth, fire, water, ether. This gives you mastery over creation. And then when you connect into the womb, it's into the divine, which is the divine field, which I talked about with Greg Braden, right? There's a link here for this. This is all making more sense now. So the divine field is linked into the universal field, the universal mother. Mother creator, right? So the greatest healers on earth, now I'm talking miracle frequency, have already mastered this, right? They think, right? They think something and it's there. Okay, Sri Kaleshwar had mastered this in this lifetime. If he thought fire in his hand, fire came. There's pictures. You can watch. Look, you can go and research this guy. Right, there's fire will come up in his hand. If he thought crystals, he would take crystals out of his mouth. Right, he was able to do this, manifest in this way. If he called the wind would come. If he said water to wine happened. And there's evidence of this. He taught people that I've spoken to how to do these acts. These are creation acts. Transfiguration, like all this type of thing, like, and it's working with timelines as well. It's miracle frequency, healing and taking out cancers, like completely. He was doing it all the time, and he was teaching. His whole purpose was to teach others to bring miracle healing frequency to earth, so everyone was a healer and could pass that on and heal the earth. So there's something with you and this energy in the divine Nadu Bindu, the divine mother frequency, and the divine womb. Ham siaka asaka shikiaka tamahasaka. Message me if you want more information on that. I'll send you the links to the Divine Mother Center. Is one of the centers that he created in India, but they're also in America. He has students all over the world. There's books you can get. He does a lot of his work through mantra systems. So people would charge the mantras and they would then work with the energies. First, the mantras are there to clear the illusion, the Maya. I spoke about spiritual disillusionment in regards to Thomasina, I think. So it's like it's clearing spiritual disillusionment and Maya, the counter beliefs I also spoke about. So he works a lot with mantras to do that and energy. And once you've mastered that and charged everything, then you get into, it's a technology, right? He works with the technologies, and he works a lot with sacred geometry technology, mantras, yantras, and using those, building power in your body, your physical body, building power. You will then be able to work with the elements to create, work with the womb and universal field to create. It's one way. Okay, that's the way he thought. There are many, many paths to be able to do the same thing, because I'm discovering that myself. There's something there. It doesn't mean you have to go down that path, but there's something there, perhaps. I don't know what it is. Your soul has asked me to share this, so that's why I'm doing it. Maybe it's to bring a memory, because maybe, okay, I'm getting it. That's right. I'm hearing his soul. You have walked a path in maybe not this life, but another life with Sri Kaleshwar. You probably know Greg's soul as well, right? Like they're part of your soul group. And the learnings and teachings, you already have them in your library and you're here to remember again. It doesn't mean you're going to be going back doing like the same stuff, but there's something here about remembrance. It could be, you might be. That's your choice, right? But there's something around the soul memory that's going to unlock something, if not now, further down the line. And I don't know what that will be. I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, it's about remembering. So that's what's coming through in your card, okay? Expansive, exciting, juicy. All right, my darling. Thank you, everybody. I'm just reading your comments. Sorry. Yes, I feel and see Indian soul light. What's that name of Sri Kaleshwar? SRI Kal KALESHWAR. DivineMotherCenter.org is the link, and the 5-element process is what I spoke about, and the Holy Womb Chakra system. So there are Holy Womb Chakra systems and the 5-element process system. Some of that stuff is free online that you can download and read the PDFs. Some of it's in courses. So I'm just checking something. Just give me a second. Okay, thank you. So I'm checking, is it okay for me to share something else with you, which is usually only something I share in my groups, in my private groups, in a sacred space. But in one of my workshops, a light language workshop I did back in 2021, I had one of his students, Sri Kaleshwar students, who lived with him and worked under him and was taught by him, come on for a live guest talk. And she ran a kind of a story, a webinar of his life, of the miracle frequency. So it's like she shares all of what I'm talking about, but also some very sacred stuff that I will not speak out loud here because it's so sacred. I would rather share that privately to those souls that resonate with that. You know, I'm going to create a protection around this because it's sacred. So let me know if you would like that. DM me and I will give you the link to that private. Please do not share it outside of this talk. Because of the energies that are in that, it is only shared with those that will respect it. It's highly sacred work. So yeah, I'll share that if you DM me, okay? Yes, I've seen this in dreams. I'm a healer in this lifetime. Greatest pleasure being a bridge to the divine work. Brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, there's something around a remembrance. That's why I'm sharing this. It's not so much reading the card. It's like the soul memories that want to come through. All right. Hi, Laura. You're on my mind to message as well and connect with you. I will get back to you, darling. All right. Everybody, please share my links for the quantum sound bath. I want as many souls to be able to experience that as possible because we're going to be working with the Christos Sophia Magdalena frequency. It is coming in a big way. The cards I pulled today, even tonight, have shown that, right? They're showing that the union aspect is coming in big, the releasing of that spiritual disillusionment as well. And obviously something is coming in big for Sunday. It's going to be Sunday, the 5th at 7 o'clock my time, which is Spanish time. That's 6 o'clock UK time. And that'll be lunchtime for you guys in America. And that'll be a live event held. We will quantum journey, which is a meditative journey, a hypnosis journey with the Christ Magdalena Sophia frequency. We will then move into an integrative sound bath where the sound, light, vibration frequencies are brought through. And I'll be playing that essentially for you to help with your journey and integration. So if you would like to join that, I'll put the link here and please share it with as many people as you can. For anybody that is I don't want to use the word struggling, doesn't have the funds right now, and I've priced them as cheaply as I can, right? Because I want people to be able to access this. It's €22, 2222, right? €22 for that event. And I have an open Facebook page for more support, go deeper into the energies, and our shares private, again, to create a safe space for us to have community privately. There are a couple of spaces that I sponsor for anybody who needs a little help right now, but still wants to experience the energies, the frequencies, and send me a message and I will DM you the Zoom link so you can join. But for everybody else, It is €22, 22 cents, and it is on the 5th of July, Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you all. If you can't make the live, don't worry, it's going to be recorded. And once the recording downloads, I email it out so you can listen to that from your home, from your quiet space in comfort. And you can listen as many times as you wish. I've had some questions on that as well. Every time you may experience a different journey and receive new energies. So go ahead and listen to those as many times as you wish. The last event that I did in June is still available. The recording is still available. We did timeline healing in that one. So that is still available, and I'll put the link on my page for that as well. Love you guys. Thank you, darlings, for joining me.